Every bite of food you have ever eaten, and almost every breath you have ever taken, traces back to one quiet chemical reaction happening inside leaves. It's called photosynthesis, the process plants use to turn sunlight into food. In the next few minutes we'll break down exactly how it works. Let's dive in. Here's the plan. We'll start with what photosynthesis actually is, then look at the raw materials a plant needs and where the reaction happens inside the cell. We'll break it into its two main stages, learn the balanced equation you'll need for your exam, and finish with why this single process matters for all life on Earth. Before any of the details, hold on to one big idea. Plants don't create energy out of nothing. Nothing in the universe can. Energy can only be transformed from one form into another. In photosynthesis, light energy from the sun is transformed into chemical energy, stored in the bonds of a sugar called glucose. Keep that word in mind as we go. Transformed, not created. So what is photosynthesis? It's the process by which green plants, algae and some bacteria use light energy to make glucose from carbon dioxide and water. The easiest way to picture it is this. A leaf is a biological solar panel. A solar panel turns sunlight into electricity. A leaf turns sunlight into food. Same idea, different output. To do this, a plant needs three raw materials. First, light, usually from the sun. Second, water, absorbed from the soil through the roots and carried all the way up to the leaves. And third, carbon dioxide, which diffuses in from the air through tiny pores on the underside of the leaf called stomata. Light, water, carbon dioxide, that's everything that goes in. But light energy can't be used until it's captured, and that job belongs to chlorophyll, the green pigment that gives leaves their color. Chlorophyll absorbs light, mainly the red and blue parts of the spectrum, and reflects green light back. That reflected green is exactly why plants look green to us. The light energy it traps is what powers the entire reaction. Chlorophyll is packed inside tiny structures called chloroplasts. Zoom inside one and you'll find two key regions. The grana, stacks of disc-shaped membranes where light is captured. And the stroma, the fluid that fills the space around them. Remember these two names, because each region is home to a different stage of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis happens in two connected stages. Stage 1, the light-dependent reactions, takes place in the grana and needs light directly. Stage 2, the Calvin cycle, takes place in the stroma and uses the products of stage 1. The first stage captures the energy, the second stage uses it to build sugar. Let's look at each in turn. In the light-dependent reactions, the trapped light energy is used to split water molecules apart, a step called photolysis. This releases oxygen as a waste product. That's the very oxygen we breathe. The energy from the light is then stored temporarily in two carrier molecules, ATP and NADPH, which get passed on to power the next stage. In the second stage, the Calvin cycle, the plant no longer needs light directly. Instead it uses the ATP and NADPH made in stage 1 to power a series of reactions that take carbon dioxide from the air and fix it into glucose. This is where the actual sugar, the plant's food, is finally built. Stage 1 called the energy, stage 2 spends it. We can sum the whole process up in one balanced equation. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 6 molecules of water, in the presence of light energy and chlorophyll, produce 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen. Learn this equation carefully, the reactants on the left, the products on the right, because it comes up again and again in exams. Photosynthesis isn't just an exam topic, it quietly supports almost all life on Earth. It does this in 3 big ways. It makes food, it makes oxygen, and it helps regulate the climate. Let's take them one at a time. First, food. The glucose that plants make is the base of nearly every food chain. Plants use it for energy and growth, and when animals eat plants, or eat other animals that ate plants, that stored energy passes along the chain. Trace any meal back far enough and you'll always reach a plant, and a beam of sunlight. Second, oxygen. The oxygen released as a byproduct of photosynthesis is the same oxygen that fills our atmosphere. Every breath you take relies on it. And over billions of years, photosynthetic organisms are the reason Earth's air became breathable in the first place. Third, climate. Photosynthesis removes carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, from the atmosphere and locks that carbon away inside plants, trees and forests. That's a huge part of why protecting forests and oceans matters so much in the fight against climate change. Time for a quick check. Pause the video and try this. Where exactly do the light-dependent reactions take place, and what gas is released when water is split? Have a think, then press play. The answer: the light-dependent reactions happen in the grana of the chloroplast, and the gas released is oxygen. How did you do? Let's recap the whole journey. Light, water and carbon dioxide go in. Chlorophyll inside the chloroplast traps the light. The light-dependent reactions in the grana split water and store energy as ATP and NADPH. The Calvin cycle in the stroma then uses that energy to turn carbon dioxide into glucose. And out comes food for the plant, and oxygen for us. And that's photosynthesis, how plants turn sunlight into food. To really lock it in, take the quiz and read the full notes, both linked in the description below. If this lesson helped, subscribe for more IGCSE biology, and I'll see you in the next one.